this work of the socially engaged dimension of it is, for me, just about recognizing that these practices do support every dimension of our experience, and not just every dimension, but becoming more aware, more present to every dimension of our experience, including not only the personal or intrapersonal work that is, I think, the primary ground of mindfulness practice, sitting on a cushion or just sitting with awareness of breath and body, and ultimately perhaps thoughts, emotions, sensations, choices, awareness, expanding, right? The capacity to be present with one's own experience, so to speak. But then recognizing that the whole way we describe and tend to sort of conceptualize our own experience sets us up for this sort of notion of a divide between myself and everything else that's happening outside. And many of us, as we practice, we begin to really have a deep experience of the way in which those conceptualization of self and other actually don't fully capture what we experience. We realize the deep interdependence and interconnectedness of ourselves, the environment around us, and that brings me, and certainly, to a kind of an awareness of the interpersonal dynamics of mindfulness, and the sort of intersystemic, intercommunal, interinstitutional. So personal practice, interpersonal practice, and then opening up to the awareness that we are, first of all, these complex systems within systems within systems, and that bringing awareness and compassion not only to our intrapersonal experience, and actually not only to the sort of concrete interpersonal social experiences, but really all of these ways in which we actually are living and breathing in the world, is what I'm trying to capture anyway by using the term socially engaged mindfulness. And again, as I say, community engaged mindfulness, which is a slight variation of that. But as I alluded to, is this idea of bringing these practices even more specifically and concretely into community engagement, into settings of groups, larger groups, with a really primary view of supporting the sense of the community, of the self, if you will, in community, and really allowing, again, awareness and compassion, mindfulness and compassion practices to maximize our capacity to be well within these social and community engaged settings.